All right, highly recommenders, we're here for the Marcelo Garcia seminar, Edgewater High School, Orlando. Not necessarily sure, but we're here. So let's go check it out. All right, hey, highly recommenders. Today I'm with Professor Marcelo Garcia. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
We are here for season 2, episode 4 at Inglewood High School in Orlando. I just got done doing his seminar. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today. I know, by the way, everyone, this is the largest seminar, the largest highly recommended seminar that we've covered so far. And we are in episode 14. So let's find out who's the largest in the future. So thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me today, Professor Marcelo. To start off the questions, is this what you're doing now? Are you doing seminars currently this year? I know we went into the pandemic not too long ago.
I know the pandemic made us change a lot of stuff, especially like in the jiu-jitsu community. And I'm living now in Hawaii. I'm still have my gym in New York. Everything's fine over there, but I decided like I believe there's a better place to grow your kids, and I want to just take care of my family. And I know Hawaii is just the best place to grow my kids, and people over there really take care of the kids. You can see like how much time they spend outside, and I wasn't getting there in New York City, and that's why I make the move to Hawaii. And my gym is still in New York City. I go there a lot. I go there as much as I can. I still have so much passion for New York City, but obviously, as everyone knows, we love our families. We love our family more than anything else. So New York City, I believe, is a great place for me, but wasn't like the best place for my family, for my kids. But I know like Hawaii is, and that's why I'm living Hawaii right now. And I hope in the future have a place over there too, so people can go visit me when I'm there too. But not long ago I was in New York City, and I'm still glad that everybody's still there. I believe like my instructor is still taking a very good care of my gym over there, and to see the people still stick together and they still train hard over there, it's just like a blast.
So do you have a school in Hawaii as well? No, you're just relaxing out there?
I'm not relaxed. Obviously I'm relaxed, but obviously like I'm not without training there, you know. Okay. I always go training with my friends over there in Boar's Nest. I go train the ATH, you know. But definitely I'm looking forward to have a place there so I can train with easy access, somewhere close to me. I hope I can have my place so my kids can train, you know. I hope I have my place so I can continue to teach, because I feel that's a very important part of my jiu-jitsu is to teach, you know, to be able to talk to people about jiu-jitsu every day.
Is that what you like doing now, is teaching? Because you're not competing anymore, are you?
I'm definitely planning to compete in the future, and I always said that. But now, because I didn't open my gym yet, I have my gym in New York City, but I don't have a gym like in Hawaii close to me. And I hope to open a gym in Oahu, in Kailua.
Pay attention, folks.
But in the meantime, I've been having all this free time, and I'm going to teach seminars in this time.
I am so glad that you are doing that, because I got lucky with you coming here, and Professor Ricardo is the one that actually told me to come out, and I knew nothing about you visiting until like a week and a half ago, and I'm like, oh, thank you very much, Professor. I'll be there, and I'm glad that it did turn out that way. Now, with you in Hawaii, not to start a feud or anything, but do you like Hawaii more than New York?
Yes, because Hawaii, I feel like, as everybody can imagine, take care better of my kids, my family. You know,
Okay.
I feel like we have a lot more outside time. In New York City, probably still my favorite place in the whole world.
Yeah.
But I feel like after you have kids, you don't live just for yourself.
Correct.
You live just to raise them, to take care of them. So for them, I believe Hawaii is just the best place.
Now, do you go surfing? And if so, do you take them surfing?
I go surf. I try take them surf, but obviously I'm not good surf at all. I cannot even say that I'm going surf, but I'm going try. I always try as someone that like I always up to the challenge, and to have such amazing waves over there, to have the ocean right there, I cannot waste the chance because I'm not big in the water. When I say not big, like I didn't grow up in a part of Brazil that has like a beach.
Yeah.
So it's a new thing for me, but I can never pass that challenge, and I cannot waste the chance to try. So I'm trying surf.
Now, with you traveling from state to state, city to city, what is something that Professor Marcelo likes to eat?
I don't know.
What's your favorite meal that you love to eat?
I don't know if we already opened up about that, but food is one of the best things in the world for me. Obviously, like we need food, but besides need food, I'm pretty much in love with food too.
Anything?
So I basically eat everything, but I like Japanese food.
Sushi?
Obviously, everything, every food in Japan, I like that. You know? But I like so much Chinese food that I don't think you guys know about, but I like Chinese food a lot. But I appreciate every good food. I'm someone that likes to cook. So I believe as long you put time onto the food, like a lot of people like to say, if you put love into, you know, I believe the food comes out good.
What is one dish that you enjoy cooking for your family?
Oh, it's hard. When I say it's hard, like when you have two young kids, like they don't give them much options they don't give them much options
chicken
to
nuggets
explore.
Yeah.
You understand? I like to explore. I like to try make like a difficult fancy recipes, but they don't like to eat. So I end up not making that. So I end up making a homemade mac and cheese. I end up make like a homemade chicken nuggets. So basically, like I do the stuff that my kids like to eat, but obviously, at least I do homemade for them.
Yeah.
You know, and I put a lot
You
of time
spruce it up your style.
But doesn't mean like sometimes they don't leave all the food there, and I feel like, oh, I put so much time on that, and they don't even eat that. You know, that happens all the time.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now, I did want to ask, how long have you been training, Professor?
I've been training since I was 12 years old.
Holy crap!
And I'm gonna be 41 next month.
Thank goodness I did not guess your age.
So I let you guys make the count. You know, I love math, but every time you have to make a count in the camera. I feel like you always mess up. So I let you guys do that math.
So about 29 years you've been competing. Now, out of those 29 years, now no one's ever admitted to who their toughest competitor was. But if you don't mind, who is one of the toughest competitors that you've gone against, or one of the three?
There's so many different ways a tough competitor. But if I can just say some of them, like
a few of them.
I don't know if everybody's aware, but I was from a time that I compete against not only in my division but in the absolute. But obviously one of my toughest opponents was Roger Gracie.
Roger Gracie?
Yes, and I'm sure you guys can imagine he's not an easy guy
to
fight against you. And he's definitely he's my toughest one, and especially because I never beat him. And I never was able to win a match against him. And we have 2 matches with the gi.
You had 2 gi matches?
Yes, but I was a time that I not only compete against him, but I compete also against Jacaré, who has one of the strongest opponents they can ever imagine. When I say strong, I'm not just saying he's strong. He has a very strong game and a very a strong attack. He doesn't give you time to rest or relax in the mat. And obviously, you guys can imagine, he's a really tough opponent. But like to be able to compete against those guys, probably those are one of the biggest ones. But obviously I compete against Xande Ribeiro at the same time. I don't know if you guys know, but also coming up, my first year as a black belt, there was someone that was already there, a world champion. You guys can imagine when you're coming up, there's a year before that people was already a world champion before you try, before you have a chance to even try. And obviously, like Fernando Tererê, like everyone knows, is a legend in the sport. He's definitely one of my biggest opponents, at least on my division. You know what I mean?
Wow, like you have went up against who's who in the legend status of the jiu-jitsu community. What was it like going against them? Well, not going against them per se, but what was it like stepping onto the mats? Like, did you have to do anything to prepare yourself mentally?
I would say like there's a lot of ways I can go with to answer this question, but I want to stick to like what is the most important for me. It's not about my opponent, but it's about myself. What I have to do the most into those mats is to be able to control my nerves, control my anxious, and be able to go to a mat and try like display everything I have trained. Because that's what is really hard to people when they go to a mat. Like sometimes they get so nervous they cannot do. But so I always felt the nerves. I always felt every pressure. You guys can never imagine. I always felt like how much like good and strong my opponents are. But mostly it's just like how hard it is like to control yourself. And I think that's what I was focused the most. Control like my moves, control my body, control my mind, you know, to don't lose control, you know.
Now, to segue to a not so serious question, what is one of your favorite films of all time? What's one of your favorite movies?
Ooh, I have one, and I don't know if people are gonna make fun about that, but I always answer that question, and it has a lot to do to Hawaii. What is somewhere that I always felt I was in love with Hawaii. Even New York City was always my favorite place in the world, but Hawaii, like the people from Hawaii, you know, everyone in Hawaii. When I say everyone, like pretty much everyone that I have met in Hawaii, they have treated me really good. And back from there, I already have that passion from Hawaii. And my favorite move I used to always say, and it's still probably my favorite move, is like 50 first dates.
50 first dates. I would have never guessed that.
That's like it was probably my favorite one, and I think it was very like a romantic, I guess you can say that way. But obviously, I love Adam Sandler.
Adam, just so you know, when you watch this, you got a legend in the jiu-jitsu community who's a fan of your films.
But it's about Hawaii, you know. I think that's what catches me the most. You know, you see a lot of Hawaii place there in that movie, you know. So I guess that's why too.
Wow. And since you do like Hawaii as well as New York, what's one of the places that you love to travel to aside from Hawaii and New York? Do you like to travel to Japan, Italy? Do you like to travel the States a lot?
Yeah, definitely. But like, it's hard to say one place. Okay. But I already told you like how much love I have for food, and I have traveled for food. I have traveled to eat. And in 2001, I was able to choose a place. That was the time that I was already like competing a lot. I was able to have enough money to choose one place that I want to go travel and have a vacation, for example. So when the first time that I was able to choose a place to have my own vacation, and was after like a big tournament, it was after ADCC that I have to make all the best dieting. I was with my weight on the perfect point, and I was able to choose. So I chose to go to Rome, Italy.
Rome, wow.
And to Paris in France, just to eat.
Nice.
I love that place, but I wanted that just to eat, and I was not disappointed. It was a very good place.
I like hearing that. Now, I don't want to hold you up too much longer. I know you got things to do and people to see, but what is it like owning your own affiliation in your own academy? And having students? I mean, like I said, this is the largest seminar that I've been to. At least 100 people showed
A
up.
lot more. It was a lot of people. I really appreciate that. I never take that for granted. I always try to remember that. But answer your question, like, there's so many different ways I can answer your question. But for me, to have a gym, to have affiliation, to have like a chance to do a seminar like this, the most important. Obviously, there's a difference. I can say that I make a live of this. This is a very important thing. But I think even I need that. Even that pays like my bills, my food, my house, my rent, everything. Even beside that, it's a place where I meet people. It's a place that I get to gather with people that share the same love from something that I love so much, what is jiu-jitsu, that have taught me everything, has given me everything. So those places, when you talk about like what means for you, what is the most important thing, I feel like there's a place that I can connect to that people. When I say connect, like they can visit me over there, they come train with me over there, they are there every day with me, they walk with me. My friends are there, my family is there. So it's a place that I'm able to connect with my people.
I absolutely love hearing that because I have a breathing disability. Only 1,000 people in the world have it. It's basically my brain doesn't tell my body to breathe, even talking to you right now. So to find a martial arts and a love that I have found a passion for and turned it into a business where I can interview the pioneers and people that I look up to, such as yourself, it's an amazing feeling to find these little aspects of life, and you with your academy and me with actually doing jiu-jitsu and doing these interviews. It's amazing. All right. Last question.
Sorry.
3, 2. All right. And last question. What is highly recommended to you? It could be any food, music, anything. What is highly recommended to you?
I'm not sure exactly what you mean about that, but like something that like that I recommend.
Yeah. It could be a place, person, thing, anything.
I like to share something that is very important to me. I think it's like I would say be kind.
Be kind?
I recommend just be kind, be nice, treat people good. I just recommend that like more than anything, because we don't know other people and we don't know what other people goes through. Sometimes you think like, oh, this person be mean, this person be bad, but just be kind to them. Doesn't matter how bad is the situation, doesn't matter how tough is being that day for you, just be kind with other people, you know what I mean?
All right, highly recommenders, you heard it. Professor Marcelo Garcia, his highly recommended is be kind to everyone. And who is 2 people that you would highly recommend coming on to the show?
Oh, there's so many people.
2 of them.
Just today, because we hang out with them, and I would say like Liborio and Jacaré, that would be a great guest. You know?
Great. All right. You heard it, Professor Liborio and Professor Jacaré. Professor Marcelo Garcia had highly recommended you guys to come on. Thank you very much.